Hi dears, welcome to our Vinci Academy. So today's our topic is that molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, and here the topic is nucleic acids. Our topic is nucleic acids. Nucleic acids. This is our topic. Today's our topic. Right. So the first time the nucleic acids or the invented the scientist name is that Joseph Friedrich Miescher. So in the nucleus of pus cells, the first time the scientist he was invented that nucleic acids are present in the nucleus of pus cells. Then he was given that compounds. It given the name is that nuclein. Then after that, the scientist of Altman. He was given that name. The term is coined by the nucleic acid. Nucleic acid. The term was given by the scientist name is that Altman. And why they are used on the term acid means here due to the acidic property. The nucleic acid it can contain acidic property. Due to the acidic property, the Altman given that name is that nucleic acids. And then next the scientist Levene. The Levene is given that information about that here the pentose sugars and nitrogen bases and phosphate is present in the nucleic acids. Okay, then the scientist that Chargaff invented that the nucleic acids it can contain that purines and pyrimidines. They are present in 1:1 ratio. These are the three main important scientists. Then after that, the scientist is that Astbury. So here he used on the base X-ray diffraction method. The Astbury given the information is that all the nucleic acids are polymers. Based on the X-ray diffraction, the Astbury given the information. So here all the nucleic acids are polymers or polynucleotide chains. So he was given that information about that Astbury method is that X-ray diffraction. And then Franklin and Wilkins. Next scientist is Franklin and Wilkins. Based on the study of X-ray photography technique. So both of the scientists given the very most powerful information. And here the DNA is that double helix, and this is the width of the 2.0 angstroms, and each and every helix it can contain 3.4 angstroms width, and in this between of helix it can contain nucleotide pairs. So more information both of the scientists or they are given based on the study of this Franklin and Wilkins and the J.D. Watson, finally the J.D. Watson and F.H.C. Crick and Wilkins, okay, based on the all about that information, finally the J.D. Watson and F.H.C. Crick and Wilkins, these are the scientists are invented in a double helix DNA model. That model is that 3D model. That model is 3D model. So here these are the three scientists who are invented in this finally the double helix 3D model. And here in the year of 1962, these are the three scientists who was awarded by that Nobel Prize in the year of 1962. This is the past history of about that in nucleic acids. Mainly here the nucleic acids are, there are two types of nucleic acids are present. Two types. One is that DNA deoxyribonucleic acid and another one is that RNA ribonucleic acid. These are the two nucleic acids. So here the main character is that the DNA act as a genetic material. DNA act as a genetic material in all organisms. The RNA act as a genetic material in plant viruses. RNA act as a plant viruses in the genetic material, and the DNA it found in that nucleus. And the RNA it can found in that cytoplasm. Moreover here the RNA act as an adapter and soluble and messengers. Most of that it is useful for that very information. It transform of information one place to another one. And here the DNA act as a hereditary material or the genetic material. Okay, these are two types of nucleic acids are present. Then the chemical composition of nucleic acid. Chemical composition of nucleic acid. Okay, and the nucleic acids are it involved in the three types of the components are involved. One is that phosphoric acid, the first one. Second one is that pentose sugars, and third one is that nitrogen bases. These are three components are involved in these nucleic acids. One is that phosphoric acid, and the second one is that pentose sugars, and third one is that nitrogen bases. Okay, and these are three components. One by one we have to discussing about that here. Who is said that all these are it can made up of means Albert Kochel. The scientist was given that more information about this one, Albert Kochel. Now so the first component is that phosphoric acid. Okay, the structure of phosphoric acid is that the P this is the phosphoric acid, and here the phosphate group it can contain 3 hydroxyl group and 1 keto group. In these 3 hydroxyl group, the 2 hydroxyl group is used for the formation of bonds of the pentose sugars. the formation of glycosidic bonds, and here all over the nucleotides these two are used for phosphate backbone. It used for phosphate backbone, and here the phosphate it interjoined with the pentose sugars in a glycosidic bonds, and here this is in this case here the phosphate it connected with the fifth carbon of one pentose sugar and the third carbon of neighboring pentose sugars. Okay, so just I will explain here. Right, this is the one phosphate group. So for example, one right, this is one sugar, pentose sugar. This is pentose sugar, CH2OH, and here also hydroxyl groups HOH and H. This is one pentose sugar molecule, and here and one more molecule we draw it first. Okay, here this is the first carbon and second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, this is fifth carbon. Here also same first, second, third, fourth and fifth. Here the phosphate group it joined with that one fifth carbon of one pentose sugar. So for example here between of this place, okay, here between of this place, then what happened here? Here the removal of water molecule. In this case here the removal of water molecule and forming in a one bond. So here this is bond name is that phosphodiester bond. Phosphodiester bond. This is one MCQ question for NEET. So very important question for NEET. This is phosphodiester bond, and another here the phosphate group it joined with the neighboring pentose sugar in a third carbon. Here also same as it is here the water molecule it can removed and joined in a ester bonds. This is the formation of phosphodiester. It acts as a phosphate backbone of that nucleic acid. Okay, so this is the molecular structure of phosphoric acid. The molecular formula is that H3PO4. H3PO4 is the molecular formula. This is the structure of phosphoric acid. Then next one is that pentose sugars. The next component is that pentose sugars. Second one is that pentose sugars. Here mainly the pentose sugars are there are two types. One is that ribose sugars. Second one is that deoxyribose sugars. One is that pentose sugars and the second one is that deoxyribose sugars. Okay, right, and the ribose sugar molecular formula is that C5H10O5, and deoxyribose sugar molecular formula is that C5H10O4. This is the molecular formula of these two ribosomes, and then the structure of molecular formula of ribose is that This is the structure of ribose sugar, CH2OH, and here H, OH, and OH, H, and H. So here the 5 carbons are present. The 5 carbons are present. This is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, and fourth carbon. This is the fifth carbon. So here this is the ribose sugar, and deoxyribose sugar is that same as usual here. This is deoxyribose sugars. So what is the differences between here that both of these organelle components here? Here at this place, here it can present into that one additional hydroxyl group, and here there is not present into that hydroxyl group. Only here it present into that only hydrogen is present. Here comparatively both of these two pentose sugars, here the deoxyribose sugar is that non-reactive and more stable it comparatively ribose sugar. So what is the main difference means here? Here this place the ribose sugar it can present into that one hydroxyl group. Here there is no hydroxyl group is present, means here then here the hydrogen is present at this place. These deoxyribose sugar, they did not transfer of electrons. Okay, they did not give to other components to electrons, means this is non-reactive. When the organelle compounds are non-reactive, the compounds are more stable. Here the hydroxyl groups are present. So that time what happened here at this place, this is the donor of electrons. Because of this reason this is reactive and less stable. So these are the comparison of pentose sugars, and two types of pentose sugars is there. One is that ribose sugar, and second one is the deoxyribose sugar. This is non-reactive and more stable. The molecular formula is that C5H10O5. Deoxyribose sugar is that C5H10O4. This is the structures of these pentose sugars. And now the nitrogen bases. Next one is that nitrogen bases. Nitrogen bases. Okay, and here the nitrogen bases are, there are two types of nitrogen bases are present in this chemical composition. One is that purines. Second one is that pyrimidines. These are two types of nitrogen bases are present in nucleic acid, and the purines are, these are nine-membered organic compounds and dicyclic heterocyclic organic compounds. It is called also purines. And pyrimidines are six-membered monocyclic heterocyclic compounds is called also pyrimidines. And here the purines and pyrimidines are, it can present into that nitrogen, and here also it can present into that nitrogen. Here in the purines, the nitrogen is present into the location of first carbon, third carbon place, and seventh one, 9th positions. Here in this pyrimidines it can contain first position and third position is present into that nitrogen compounds. And these are dicyclic. So here the two organelle compounds are interconnected. Okay, interconnected in 4th carbon and 5th carbon place. 4th carbon and 5th carbon place. And so this is the structure of purine structure. This is the structure of purine structure. First carbon, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Here at this place it present nitrogen. Here also it present nitrogen, and here and here. This is the structure of purines, and the pyrimidine structure is that here also it present nitrogen, and here also present in nitrogen. First position, second position, third, fourth, and 5 and 6. This is the main basic differences between purines and pyrimidines. Mainly here the examples of purines is that adenine and guanine. The molecular formula is adenine is that C5H5N5, and the guanine molecular formula is that C5H5N5 and O. This is the molecular formula. And the pyrimidines are mainly here the thymine, cytosine, and uracil. The molecular formula of thymine is that C5H6N2O2. Cytosine is that C4H5N3O. Uracil is that N2O2. These are the molecular formulas. Now we will be discussing about the molecular structures of purines and pyrimidines. These are the main components. So now we will be discussing about the molecular structures of these nitrogen bases. Okay, this is the molecular structures of purines and pyrimidines. This is the purines. The purines are, there are two types. One is that adenine and guanine. So here the molecular formula of adenine is that C5H5N5. The IUPAC name of that purine is that 6-aminopurine. So this is the first place, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, eighth, ninth. So here this is the dicyclic rings. These are joined with this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. The fourth carbon and fifth carbon. These are two pyramids or rings are joined. Okay, and the nitrogen present into 1, 3rd, 7th, 9th position. This is the molecular structure of purine. This is the another purine. The name is that guanine, and same as this the IUPAC name is that 6-oxy-2-aminopurine. This is the guanine structure. And then these are the pyrimidine structures. Okay, and mainly the pyrimidines are, there are three types. One is the thymine and cytosine and uracil. These are the three types. And here the thymine also 6-membered organic compounds, and the common molecular formula is that C5H6N2O2. The IUPAC name is the 2,4-dioxy-5-methyl pyrimidine. Okay, this is the pyrimidine molecular structure. And the second one is that cytosine C4H4N3O2-oxy-4-aminopyrimidine. And here all the places the nitrogen is it place on that here first carbon and third carbon. Okay, and this is the next cytosine of that this one, and the next pyrimidine is that uracil, and this is the molecular formula is that C4H4N2O2 2,4-dioxypyrimidine. This is the main. And here the purines and pyrimidines in DNA. In DNA it can contain that purines are adenine and guanine. Pyrimidines are cytosine and thymine. So here in the RNA it can contain that purines is that adenine and guanine. Pyrimidines are cytosine and uracil. Here the RNA instead of at the thymine place here it contains that uracil. This is the chemical composition of nucleic acid. Now we will discussing about that. What is the definition of nucleosides and nucleotides? Okay, nucleosides and nucleotides. Now we will discussing about that these nucleoside. Okay, right. The nucleoside means the association of one pentose sugar and nitrogen base. One nitrogen base or purine or pyrimidine is called also nucleoside. Nucleoside is called also. Nucleoside means here the association of one pentose sugar plus one nitrogen base is called also nucleoside. So here one pentose sugar and nitrogen bases are held together in the bonds or phosphoglycosidic bonds. Glycosidic bonds between of one pentose sugar and one. Here, how the held on the forming of these bonds means here. So this is the one pyrimidine, this is the one sugar molecule. The one pentose sugar, the first carbon, it bind with the pyrimidine of 9th nitrogen molecule. 9th place of nitrogen. This is the one pyrimidine. And purine, the carbon, the pentose sugar, first carbon, it held together the bond within the first nitrogen in the purine. Okay, this is the nucleosides. Depending upon the association of sugar and nitrogen bases, the nucleosides are 4 types. One is that ribose nucleoside. The first one is that ribose nucleosides. So here the pentose sugar ribose plus adenine. Adenine is called also adenosine. So it abbreviated into capital A. Okay, and this is the one type of nucleoside, and same place guanine, it forming a guanosine, it abbreviated in G, and ribose plus cytosine, the nucleoside is cytidine, that abbreviated in C, and plus ribose plus uracil. The ribose nucleosides is present in uracil, and uridine uridine, the abbreviated in U. These are 4 nucleosides are in ribose nucleosides, and depending upon that, here the deoxyribose nucleosides, DNA nucleosides. So for example, deoxyribose plus adenine, deoxyadenosine, deoxyadenosine. This is one specific nucleoside it formed, and the same as it is deoxyribose and guanine, deoxyguanosine, deoxyguanosine, and here also write deoxyribose plus cytosine. Here deoxycytidine, and here the thiamine, deoxythymidine. These are 4 nucleosides are present in DNA nucleosides and then RNA nucleosides. Depending upon that association of pentose sugar and nitrogen base, this is called also nucleosides. Okay, and now the next is that nucleotides. The next one is that nucleotides. Next one is that nucleotide. Nucleotide, TIDE, tide, and that is a side. Okay, and nucleotide means here the association of pentose sugar plus nitrogen base plus phosphate is equal to nucleotide. So here the definition of nucleotide is that the association of pentose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate is called also nucleotide. Depending upon that nucleotides, and here the attachment of nucleotide. So we will draw the molecular structure of one nucleotide. Okay, now this is the structure of nucleotide. Depending upon the sugar and associations, there are nucleotides of several types. Ribose nucleotides are 4 types, and deoxyribonucleotides are 4 types. Okay, and so here adenosine plus phosphate. Okay, adenosine monophosphate. The first nucleotide is that adenosine monophosphate. Adenosine monophosphate, and the second one is that GMP guanosine monophosphate, and third one is that CMP cytidine monophosphate, and uracil means here uridine monophosphate. These are the 4 nucleotides are present. One is that these are ribosomal nucleotides, and ribose sugar monophosphates, and here the deoxyribose nucleotides are deoxyadenosine monophosphate, deoxyadenosine monophosphate, first nucleotide. And the second one is that deoxyguanosine monophosphate is second one, and third one is that deoxycytidine monophosphate, and fourth one is that deoxythymidine monophosphate. This is that fourth. These are DNA mononucleotides. These are ribose nucleotides. So how the forming of bonding? So the phosphodiester bonds and glycosidic bonds are forming in one nucleotide. So here this is the glycosidic bonds. These bonds is called also glycosidic bonds. It is very important. And here this is the diester bonds. Diester bonds. Okay. So how the association of nucleotide means here? For example, all the nucleotides are made up of 5' to and 3' ends. 5' to 3' ends. So here the 5' end means when the end place of nucleotide child, the phosphate moiety it free from 5th carbon of pentose sugar, that is 5', and the phosphate moiety free from that 3rd carbon place, that is free, that is 3' ends. Okay, and how the association of nucleotides means here? This is one pentose ribose sugar. Then here the phosphate group, the 5th carbon phosphate group attached. This is the 1st carbon. It attached with one purine or pyrimidine. Okay, purine or pyrimidine. So this is called also one nucleotide. This is called also one nucleotide. So here number of thousands of nucleotides are present in a one structure, and one helix it can contain the 10 pairs of nucleotides are present. Okay, and this phosphate moiety it interconnected with two pentose sugars. The first one it connected with that 5th carbon. This is 5' ends, and here this is the 3' ends. When the phosphate moiety 3' to 5' end. Okay, here the first pentose sugar, the 3rd carbon, it attached with the hydroxyl group. At this place here, the removal of water molecule and forming a one ester bond. Forming a one ester bond, and this is called also phosphodiester bonds. And here the 5th carbon of neighboring pentose sugar it interjoined with this phosphate moiety, and this is also phosphodiester bonds. This is the nucleotide structure. So here the DNA it can contain the chemical composition of nucleic acids are 3 types. One is the phosphate group and pentose sugars and new nitrogen bases. So this is the very most important topic and chemical composition of nucleic acids. And tomorrow we will continue of the structures of DNA and RNA. Thank you.